Happy Wednesday night. Thank you guys so much for joining tonight, and happy Thanksgiving Eve to all of you guys. Thanks for being here. I hope your week has been off to a good start, and I hope that you get some time off tomorrow. Be able to hang out and see some friends and family and all that good stuff. And thanks for taking the time, you guys, to be here tonight. What's up, you guys? Good to see everybody. Thanks for taking the time. Hey, happy Thanksgiving. Cheers, you guys. I'll turn around and say hi. Yo, what's up, you guys? Happy Thanksgiving. Cheers to everybody tonight. I really appreciate you guys being here. Hey, Shell. Hey, Jason. What's going on, you guys? Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, Mark. What's up? Hey, Mike. So tonight, you guys, I figured we could just freestyle and have some fun. I got an experiment. Let's do an experiment tonight. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. I sincerely appreciate it. I love Thanksgiving. I get to see my brother, my sister-in-law, my other sister-in-law, my mom, my kids. Like, we get to see the Lions. So, like, growing up in Detroit, man, like, the Lions were a fixture. There'd be years going by where I didn't even really care about the Lions, but now it's must-see TV, that's for sure. And thank you guys for joining. So tonight, I get a question. I get a lot of questions. And I love them because I'm not a mind reader, but I get a lot of questions saying, ever since I showed people how to soak cards, I think that it's, a lot of people appreciate like a simple approach to get good results. But then I'll get asked, can I soak like patch cards and modern cards? My answer was always like, hey, I haven't had experience at doing too many patch cards. And in my mind, I don't think it's going to work real well. But if you guys don't mind, let's just find out, you know what I mean? So tonight we'll soak a Trevor Lawrence card, and we'll get a good view of it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to make you look at it like this, but we'll check it out. Then something else, you guys, I'm always looking at cards every day, and I get inspired a lot by just stuff that people show me. And I've been seeing a lot more love for stuff like the late 80s, early 90s basketball. And it's like, this, how the Trevor card I'm going to show you guys, it's all beat up. Maybe it's like a fun project to maybe do sometime. But this stuff is real common. You'll have a card that has a mint surface, but little edge problems, little corner problems. Well, let's keep it simple. Let's do some corner and edge work. And then I got my my big pile of cards we can always clean, so we'll clean a couple of cards. And is Robert in here tonight? Because here's the thing, my concern with not my concern, but this my thought about soaking a patch card is it's easy to get a card wet, but drying it is the part that you have to do right, or it's just not going to look good, So what I have here tonight is a cool, unique little tool. I'll do, if Robert's in here, I want to give him a shout out. But here's what it is. So you guys know the normal humidor that I use, this one that I use for everything, and I'm sure you guys have too. So a normal humidor. But my buddy Rob, he is a smart guy, and what he did was he uses a humidor, and Robert's email is the cardsmith. So he makes so what he did was he made a drying chamber. So instead of humidity, this is a pack that sucks out moisture. So it will make a card dry fast. So I'm going to try that out tonight. And Robert, when you see this, we're thinking about you. Happy Thanksgiving. I should have hit him up and told him I was going to show off his cool invention, but he does 3D printing, printed all these holding racks, so I like that. So we'll do that tonight. So that's kind of the game plan for this evening. So I really appreciate everybody watching, so we'll get started. Now, I want to start with the Trevor Lawrence card first, because I was excited to do it, and I just don't know what's going to happen, so let's watch it, all right? So I'll flip this around, and we'll do a closer look at it. So you don't have, whether you like Trevor Lawrence or not, we'll just use him as our example because that's what I got. And here's what it has on it. Let me show you something. I have some nail marks right there that I would consider very difficult to do anything with. So if a collector sent me this picture and said, what do you think I should do here, Kurt? I would say, well, you got a shiny surface, so it's pretty hard. Yeah, Mark, Robert is the soaking. I'm going to use one of his card soaking bends today. Robert makes these too. I'll show you guys soon. But like usually this card would be a dead end is what I'm trying to say. When I see nail marks like this on a card like this, I'm like, it's just a modern surface. It's very hard to deal with. Humidity might help, you know. But then on the back, this is really messed up. So if I seen this, I would say to you, if you like, say Mark, you hit me up with this and said, hey Kurt, what do you think I should do here? I would say, well, you can probably put a little bit of card spray on here and do that over and over and see if you can get it to lift up a little bit. But you see how the back of this card, my friends, is like papery, but then you flip it over and you have a super shine. That's like the windshield, man. Like you put moisture on this, it's just gonna beat up. You don't penetrate through this type of material. But I think you could probably get this wet. So anyways, that's the stuff I look at. So if you guys ever wonder like, why do you give me advice like this on one, but then you tell me it's not even gonna, you know, like sometimes people send me and say, hey, should I put some card spray on these dots right there, or those spots? And I'll say, it won't do anything. And they'll say to me, well, man, I saw you put some card spray on something, dude, and it like took the wrinkles away. And I'm like, it was vintage. It was paper. This is paper, but it's like waterproof. Does that make sense? So that's why the soaking technique, you guys, we go in through the sides, and when you can get a card wet from the sides, it will push these things back into their normal spots. The only thing is, I don't know what's going to happen. Here's what I'm going to make a bet, okay? Because I get asked a lot about this. And no matter what we learn, it's going to be good, but I don't think it's going to go very well. That's going to be my bet. So here's what I'm going to bet. I think that we'll make the back look good. I have a feeling that it could potentially split. I have a feeling the card could split. And then say that we make it through all that. My biggest, my next guess would be when this dries, it's not going to look tight like this. It's going to look weird. It's going to look wonky. So I know it's not the best prediction, but I just don't think it's gonna, and this is a patch, you guys. So yeah, so that's, I could be, I hope I am wrong, but let's give it a try. All right. So this right here, you guys, and two, my bud that made the drying unit for me, he also 3D prints these cool little soaking trays. And I like this because sometimes cards will want to curl on you. So, I'm just going to put this in here. I'm going to put this in here just to hold it down in case it wants to curl on me, you know? So, but I hope I am wrong, right? I mean, I've seen, you know, I mean, me and all my friends on here, I see all you guys. I know pretty much the crew I talk to all the time. I hope I'm wrong, but like I said, I just think that it will, my biggest thing is like, how is this thing going to dry and stay in one position? But that's why we do this, because why not? Let's learn it. Let's see what's possible and the best way to take care of this stuff. Because sometimes, and if you're new to card care, you know, I'll tell you this right now, but if, you know, I know I got a lot of my friends on here that have been doing this a long time. Sometimes the best thing to do to a card is nothing, because it's just permanent and there's no reason to mess with it. You know what I mean? So let's see here. Remember this, you guys, I did take pictures, but we got a big dinger right there. One right there. In the front, and we'll just see. Let's just see what happens. So we'll look at both ways. I want to see face down first. I want to see if the back, so how it soaks in. All right. So if you're just joining, we are putting a Trevor Lawrence patch card and card spray, and you see how it wants to float on me. That's why I like what Robert did. This is why I like this the soaking tray that Robert put together for me, because it has a little bit of push on it. So let's just put that right there like that, and we'll let it sit and we'll check on it. All right, so nothing to really observe at the moment. Okay, so let's just put this one right to the side, and I'm gonna go get here into the cleaning stack. All right. Yeah, Denver, what's up, man? Good to see you. Base cards for sure, because you know. A lot of the, but if you guys notice, a lot of the, I feel like I'm talking to my phone here. So if you guys collect modern stuff, you'll notice that a lot of the patch cards, year after year, they're a little bit different. So it'd always be key. Like if you had a mega injury on one of these patch cards, it would be very key to get a base card, because like immaculate cards, if you guys collect those. On the front, it has like a heavy plastic prism-y feel, then the soft back. This one has that shiny paper front. Flawless are different. National Treasures are different. And you guys, I don't sell the cool tray, but I can. My buddy's handle is at the Cardsmith. I think he's probably doing families. He's a family man, so I mean, he probably is doing Thanksgiving stuff tonight. But he's just getting his business up and rolling. But he's really a sweet, awesome guy, and he makes cool stuff, and he's just awesome. So I'll make sure I promote him. He's a great dude. So I'll make sure you guys I can promote Robert's stuff. He makes nice equipment. So let's clean up one of these cards next. This was that pile, you guys, that we started with a couple weeks back. So I just remember all of these cards had a little bit of they all were messed up a little bit. You guys just want to do a Michael Jordan? Let's just start at the top, I guess. They're all good. Because most of these cards, you guys are going to have some permanent scratches on them, some stuff that we can clean up on them. And just pretend it's like, maybe for those of you on here that have never watched Card Care before or whatever, this is a good one to watch because I can show you stuff that's doable and stuff that will typically be a permanent little issue. But we always hope for more fixable than permanent, right? So this is a sweet card. I love anything from the 90s, you guys. So like if you guys collect 90s shiny stuff and you ever have like weird filmy looking stuff on the cover, or it just looks like it's stained or losing a little bit of its luster, card spray and card polish is good on this one. Luster is pretty good. Yeah, we are. See, didn't take long. I see something there. The shine is awesome. This has a lot of luster. There is a little, if you guys can see, it's not like a 10 card or anything like that. It does have a lot of little light scratches in it. But let's just see how good we can do with it. Let me just size it up with you. I just kind of go around the perimeter. I like to look at all the corners. I got this in a little bulk box of cards I bought. All right, so we got some crap on it. It looks like a residue. And there are some little scratches on it. We'll see what we can do. And then on the back, oh yeah, we got a bunch of good old fingerprints and stuff. So let's just clean it up. This is something you guys like, this is how you can bounce around with Card Care. So we're over here like soaking a card that has, like totally a different process. And then over here, just as satisfying, like we got like a dirty card. Like so, this is something you can sit and pretty much clean up quickly. And then also be prepared for stuff that takes a while, So let's do a quick one here. And quick meaning I probably won't be able to like remove every single, like, you guys see scratch. This one is kind of rough. Ay. All right, we'll see. But what I want to do first, you guys, is I want to use, I just want to feel it. I can't even really feel it. So I'm going to card polish it first. You can go back and forth between card polish or card spray. But it does, I think we'll make a little improvement. Let's just get to it. And then I want to show you guys this. I bought a card on an auction. I want to show it to you. So if anybody's peeking over there and you're like, hey, I see a Mario Lemieux rookie, I'll tell you about it. Hang out with me for a second. And then since I'm new to soaking a patch card, we'll take a look at Trevor here in a second. So let's just see the best we can do. You know what, guys? You're going to have to do a mental picture before and after because I didn't take any pictures of this stack of cards over here. I just picked out ones that looked like they could use some cleaning. But look at, even like if you look at the penny sleeve, that's kind of a good thing. Can you see that there's a streak in it? That tells me that crap might be something sticky or something removable. So let's give it a shot. Hey, for those of you who's jumping in, what's up, man? Good to see you guys. Happy Thanksgiving to you. So, all right, card polish. We're going to try to make this Michael Jordan card look good. It's got a lot of little scratches and it's got some crap on it. But this is like my one and only thing my one and only defense on these types of cards, you guys, is just be light-handed. Don't try to scrub or push too hard. Don't ever push hard. I just do tight little circles over these areas. Yo, Da Vinci, what's up, man? Hey, I got good at doing all this stuff because I cleaned cards personally for years, man. And you know what? It taught me a ton. It taught me all this. I made my own products. I got comfortable working on a million styles of cards, but I realized that that's not what I want to do all day, every day. And if you get into it, it doesn't take long to build up a customer list if you're good at it. You know, it's something. It could be all consuming. It could be something you could do all day, every day, and that's just. It's something I can't do both. I can't run the company and make. We produce all the products. We make everything here in house, and then I get probably a couple hundred messages and correspondences a day. So I'm at capacity. But I want to be the guy that teaches you guys how to do it, and you guys start taking care of cards in your community and teaching other collectors the importance of taking care of their nice stuff. That's my goal, is to encourage others to pick up the craft, learn it, and teach it to others. You know, that's something I feel like this should just be part of. Like some of my favorite stuff to do is, like, I'm a outdoorsman. I love hunting. I love fishing, and you know, it's just one of those things when you get into it. You know, it's like it's fun to go out and hunt and fish, but you better know how to fillet a fish and butcher an animal and know what to do and all that stuff. You know, it's just one of those things where I feel like it's important to know all the steps. So I'm happy to teach it, but I just can't do it for everybody. But I'm happy to do things like this, you know. Hey guys, what's going on? Good to see everybody. Yeah, so hey, let's take a look and see if we made any progress here. Well, it was super shiny, but my biggest annoyance was right in the middle. We had a big streak. Not all the way gone. You see how cards can be so damn finicky, you guys? See that scratch still in there? No, but that's good. So when I was talking about improvements, you know, there was a big goober stuck behind in this area. That's gone. And then I'm going to still do another coat there in the middle. I think we can do a little bit better there. But speaking of being an outdoorsman, man, I got to spend last weekend out with my best buddy Mike and at his property, and I got to take my twin sons for their first time gun hunting. And you know, I didn't. Mark, you're asking a good question. I'm talking about that right now. So I took my sons with me gun hunting. It was so fun. They got to sit in the deer coops with us. They didn't complain. They were totally big guys about it. We've seen a lot of deer. No shooters though. They're all small ones. And you can shoot a doe in Michigan. A doe is a female deer, but I'm just not. I just don't want to. I'm fortunate to get a lot of deer. I usually get a couple every year, and I just want to wait for something a little bit bigger. The boys wanted me to shoot a doe, but I said, let's wait. So hopefully we're going to get back out. You know what I mean? You know, and Denver, thanks, man. So, dude, I love that. See, like, I really think you guys, the ones I can teach you guys so many little things about card care that are simple and easy and stuff you can take and use and teach right away. So thanks for that. Yeah, I think I'm ready to show you guys this one. I'm going over this area this time. So these are flare. If anybody ever collected flare, they're like, even out of the pack, they're like Prism cards and Bowman Chrome of today. So if you guys never had any 96, 97 flare, you know what they are? They're good from far, but they're usually far from good. You know, it's like if you were lucky enough to get like your hands on a pack of these and open them up right away, they're usually okay. But dude, these cards are the scratch magnets. So let me show you our progress so I can set a good expectation for, because I get questions a lot about scratches, you know, and I'm usually like, scratches are permanent. Usually scratches are permanent, but sometimes they get a little bit better, you know, or it depends on how deep they are. So this is a good one. Nice and clean, nice and shiny. But there is something, you guys, that chipped away the surface of that card. Just can't bring it back. It's too chipped. But then we got the residues. Anytime you see clumps or residues or stuff like that, usually you can get it off no problem. But if you got something that's scratched into it, you just gotta deal with it, or you gotta dig into your pocketbook and go buy a 10. All right, so that looks cool. Let's check on our Trevor Lawrence, you guys. And That's a good question, Michelle. I don't know. Let's take a look. Michelle's asking, how long do we keep T-Law in here? I don't know. Let's take a look at it and see what it looks like. How long have we been in there? It's 10:20, so like what, about 10 minutes maybe? So let's see. And if you guys are just joining in and you're going, what the heck you doing over here? I'm doing a test. So just remember, test, test, test. I'm not saying you should go soak your thick patch cards. I've been asked about it a lot, so I said, I don't know. Let's try it. My prediction is it's not going to go very well. But what do I know? So it's super wet on the back. Let me flip it over here. Oh, I think I got to the answer here real quick, you guys. I don't think it's going to go down real well. Look at the front. It's like ruined. But I'm not going to give up. So here's what we're going to do. Now it turned into a challenge. But look at all this front is peeling off. So listen to my recording from the beginning. I predicted this was not going to go well. And I think I was right. Look at this. Yeah, not a kind of... That's why then when you guys hear me say the word materials, not the right materials, I would say not the right materials. I tried for you guys. So that's why I got to stick to vintage, and you got to stick to prism cards. My biggest concern was with the front of these. Hey, Miguel, what's up? My biggest concern was in the front of these. This wouldn't handle it. I was right. All right, so there's a good test run for us, right? I just think it will. I think that it would happen every single time. And the only other thing I think could possibly work out, guys, if you had a patch card, if it would have to have a plastic front. It would have to have a plastic front because look at the back. Before we just say screw this card and throw it out, let's learn some stuff. Because I know I wasn't very optimistic going into this, but this is kind of what I pictured. That doesn't make sense to me. It makes sense on the old vintage cards because they're one piece of paper, and they, like, for an example, like this David Robinson card, no problem soaking a David Robinson card because it's all one piece and it will dry nicely. But that was my biggest concern. So anybody that asks me about, do you think it's worth it or worth a try on a patch card? I just don't, man. I just think you'll mess it up. So, like, let's just say the front didn't mess up. I bet you this back material would probably be okay. But I'm not sure. It's got weird texture. I'm not sure. I'm still gonna let it sit and dry. We'll still put it in Robert Singh. We're not quitting. I'm just gonna tell you it's not gonna work out well. But yeah, see that front? Not good for a card soak. It's like, if you guys are just watching this and going, what am I supposed to be seeing? This is all bad. I know it's sometimes hard to understand what you're looking at if you're just coming in through it, but you see all this? I did a test tonight to see if you could soak a modern era patch card. No, doesn't look good. All right, so let's do this though. I want to at least, before we do the David Robinson, I want to see how this card will dry. So let me show you that cool little device my buddy built for me, all right? And, hey, remixed cards, you asked a good question. He asked the question, says, let me read it for everybody. How do you prevent soaked cards from curling as they dry? So Michelle, thank you for being on top of that. We have a good list for you to follow. And another thing, you guys, that I've been doing, that I've been adding, if you have to get a full card totally wet, I'll do we'll do our normal. Let me show you something, guys. You see this right here? You see how I have my normal drying station here set up? But I'm doing double stacks right here. Let me show you guys something cool. So these cards I had to fully soak. So I had to fully soak these cards yesterday. And for the first hour after the soaking, I put them just between my normal black mats just to give them good pressure and get the main moisture out of them, okay? Then I added my chamois, and we got some nice Wayne Gretzky rookie cards in here, and I just did this yesterday, you guys, and look at this. Already totally dry, So I really like adding the chamois while doing a full card soak, okay? So that works really well, and it will stay nice and flat. And since you guys are here, let's just check on both of these if you guys are cool with that. So we got that one's looking good. I'm doing a double card sandwich here. Man, let me see what we got going on this side. Oh, another Wayne Gretzky rookie. And this one's looking really good too. And it's like totally flat, totally dry. So the chamois are really good, you guys, if you have to do a full card soak, right? You guys, these are the, I got one, hey, check it out, you guys. I just got the thing is, I'll show it to you. I got it behind me. One of my Gretzky's I just got back. I just got like 60 cards back from PSA grading, and I'm happy to report got a bunch of upgrades. A lot of the stuff were stuff that we did on the show, and that one Gretzky I had that was a PSA 1, I got a PSA 3. All right, so I got that one that was a 1, I got a 3, and these are just other ones I got. So I love Wayne Gretzky, and I love his rookie card. Hey, Patrick, what's up, man? Good to see you guys, man. Oh, gosh. Trey asked me, how many cards do you think you own? Man, I don't know. A lot, Trey. But, like, you know, I've noticed this week, some of the modern stuff that you guys I have that I like. I noticed some buzz this week. I like, you guys like Kaboom cards? I do. I think they're cool. They remind me of comic books. And so some of my modern stuff I love to collect are Kabooms. And I did see, what was it? Just on Card Ladder or on the auction the other day, a gold Patrick Mahomes Kaboom sold for like $72,000. And I was like, holy shit. Did you guys see that? That was, I mean, I don't know. You guys are smarter than me. Is it manipulation? Is it somebody like getting silly, or is that legit? $72,000 for a Patrick Mahomes gold Kaboom. I thought that was remarkable. All right, so you guys, let me show you something. So let me show you guys the messiness of trying to soak a. See, it sucks because a lot of that. If I would have just, I'm always like woulda, coulda, shoulda. If I would have just been more smooth picking that thing up, I think all that stupid surface would have laid in the flat place. But here's the point. Don't soak a modern era card when it comes to a patch card, unless it's at your own risk. So that was a frequently asked question I get a lot. And if you guys are watching this, like, we didn't even touch it. It just all, like, went to hell. So good test, though, right, guys? So now, if you got a nice patch card at home and you're like, I think I'm going to soak it. Don't do it. You'll mess it up. You know what I mean? So we will, but just for the fun of it, I still want to use my buddy's device that he made. And so like this, you guys right here. And Robert, when you see this, thanks, buddy. My buddy Robert's a cardsmith. So here's what he makes. This looks like a humidor because it is, but he makes it an anti-humidor. It's like, this is called a Desitin pack, so it sucks moisture. And he makes these on a 3D printer. And so what it does is he makes these racks so you can hold your cards flat and they'll dry quickly. And it's like ideal, especially if you're a person that works on a lot of cards at times. Like he can put like 8, 10, 12 cards in here and I'll dry them slowly. So I'm just going to put it in there, and I just want to see now, at least I want to see how it dries. Because if anybody ever got, even if it was an accident, you got a patch card or a thick card wet, you want to know how to dry it, because so even though soaking a patch card sucks, obviously not a good idea, there's still some stuff we can learn from it. You know what I mean? So I want to do some corner and edge stuff, if that's cool with you guys. So let's flip this around and we'll give it a shot. Ooh, so the Gretzky, I did that one with you guys live. It came back a 3. It had bad corners, beat up edges, and it had a surface dent on it. And we were able to get the dent out. Must have just had too much permanent stuff. The corners and stuff were just all beat up a little bit, you know what I mean? So, but 1 to 3 is cool. I'll take it. I will take it. And Yeah, you know what? Mentally the third, like it's kind of like the humidifiers you put your acoustics in, but it's like those are actually give off humidity. This thing is like sucks moisture out of the air. The Desitin sucks it, so it's like the opposite. Um, Good question. Hey, Wendell. You guys see Wendell's question? He said, what about having a portal or website where you could access all of your videos per vintage, modern, high-end, whatever? Check it out. I hear you loud and clear, Wendell. You got to go to my YouTube page. Go to my YouTube page and click on the word playlists. I have a vintage playlist. I have an edges and corners playlist. I have a TCG, modern era, all that stuff on there, man. So I know that like I have a lot of content and a lot of demonstrations, and that's cool, but it's also like, where the hell do I start? Check it out there, right? So great question, brother. Thanks for asking that. So now let's do this one. So you guys, I have people will say to me, hey, I got a card care kit. It's got a straw in it. What the heck am I supposed to do with a straw? I'll show you. You don't have to use a straw, but you can use cards. Here, I'll get all the stuff out you can use. Hey, thanks for asking, man. Like, no, I don't take on cards to look at. You can always send me a question or a picture. I can't do that right this second, but I don't take them on to work on for you guys, but I'm happy to do stuff like this or share with you or teach it if that helps. Hey, Robert, look at the cardsmith is here, you guys. Let's give Robert a little round of applause. Robert, we're using your stuff over here, buddy. So we're using the Forge. So Robert, to catch you up, we got a patch card in there. So don't soak modern era patch cards because we did a test tonight to see if it would be good or bad. No good. But we're still going to dry it in the Forge, all right? And then, Robert, we also used one of your nice soaking trays that worked out wonderful too, brother. So thanks for being here. Yeah, dude, anybody can send me a picture. That's cool. I just can't take on your cards and like analyze them for you and send them back. That's not the service I offer. But looking at a picture, sure. Yeah, of course. So here's, guys, like when you have a card that looks like pretty awesome, but there's a couple like little annoying things. Like, can you guys see that well? All right. Yes. Hey, Seed, what's up? Straw and tool, man. That's what we're gonna do. It's exactly what we're gonna do. Because I'll tell you guys, going back to the origins, the old school, using this. These are like my original card care tools from back in the day. I always knew I needed a little bit of humidity or moisture, and usually that was just from hot breath, and then it was just meticulously kind of looking at edges and corners and kind of getting them back in place. So like when I look at something like this around this top edge, oh, Mark, you're the man. Yeah, dude, you guys, it's a blessing to be able to have my job. I love my job, and I'm happy to look at your pictures and answer your questions, you guys. Like, absolutely. I feel like we're in an age where business owners try their best to like automate everything and get away from their customers. Like, I freaking love you guys. I don't want to get away from you. I want to work together. You know what I mean? So look at this right here. Sucks. Especially if it's like a Jordan rookie or something like that, right? So even though this is an 89 hoops card, everything that we do on this, you guys, you can do this on a 1971 baseball card, 1982 baseball card, basketball card, whatever. Jordan. This my favorite cards to collect when I was younger were getting the 1980 Topps basketball, the 3 players, like you could rip them into threes, and it was the year that they had the Larry Bird and the Magic Johnson and the Dr. J card. Like this little straw and card tool, that was like my technique for all that stuff. So let me show you what I mean. Let's start with one that you guys can see. Let's do the big one first, okay? Well, let's do the corner first. See the corner? And it's small, but that's, if you guys are, and sorry for my bloody thumb. I hit my thumb with a hammer, so sorry to gross you out. It looks gross, but the corner there, you know, if you wouldn't want to send a card, especially if you like to get cards graded. You can't send a card in to get graded like that, man. They'll hammer you. It's a couple points off for just that stupid little thing. All right. So when you see that, There's many different techniques you guys can take, but check this out. This is seriously simple, easy. I like you to know all the steps because sometimes things take, you could say, Kurt, can't you just put a little card spray on there right now and just, go like that and call it a day? Yeah, I probably could. But, there's also times where you just say, I want to do something a little bit lighter. I just want to start with breath. I just want to just try this. So check this out. All right, you see my breath under there, right? Because that's what I'm doing. I'm going to trap it. And what I was just breathing on that, guys. I know it's kind of weird, but trust me, it works well. And then with my trusty card tool here, I'm just going to follow the lines. That line, and then I shoot the middle. All right, so we'll go. And this is key, guys, light hand. This card is like so thin. Don't press on it and smash it down. Just a little touch. Now I'm just going to go right towards that corner. And you notice, and I'm not coming towards this corner and like pulling and falling off of it. Just very delicate. Almost like I don't know. I always pretend stuff. Like, I know I can just say pretend you're working on a card, but like pretend you're just doing like something super duper delicate. And it doesn't require any pressure. It just requires making a little bit of contact. Now it's perfect. Right? Went from totally like fluffy and gross to super tight. Let's do this. Let's do the next one. So now we got that ridge right there, that kind of hit going into it. Not good. But let's do the exact same thing. So look, it's somebody's fingernails like went into it this way, so I can see that it's going down. Okay. So now let's do. Somebody said there was something on the corner. I don't see it. But now let's get the. Let's go after that second one, okay? That one right there. And I'm going to do the exact same technique. You guys would be surprised how well just a little bit of... I know. Dan, you know what, Dan? I saw that. Dan wrote the David Robinson PSA 10 is under $50 now. I know, man, and he is a legend. This one's worth a little bit more than the... I know he had a couple. This is number 310. What was the other one? But yeah, he was one of my favorites, man. I loved watching the Admiral play when I was growing up. And I've always had like a big thing. Hey, Gary, happy Thanksgiving to you too, man. Thanks for being here. I've always just had a lot of respect for Dave Robinson. All right. So far, so good. Just with the straw and the tool. Got any more problems? I want to get good light for you guys. And just do that. Yeah, 138 Denver was holding the jersey. You're right. That was at 138. I know, because that was like, most kids went to school to like get excited to learn something. I went to school excited to get basketball cards and Marvel cards. That was my main priority when I was young. How do I go to school to get collectibles? And these were the hot commodities of that day. Yeah, if you guys ever, if you ever do open up a card care kit, and you're like, what the hell is this straw for? Yeah, just simple techniques like that. Isn't that cool? I like that a lot. I think there was another one on here. Yeah, we got another hit. Let's do the bottom. Same thing. Okay, you guys see that annoying one right there in the middle? That one's pretty good. I think we can get it though. Let's do this. Oh, and look we got an indent. We'll fix that too. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Sincerely, thanks for taking the time. And what we've learned tonight so far is, kind of a little bit when it comes to cleaning these surfaces that, man, you got these little sharp little scratch lines in there, you guys. It's not your lack of technique or something. It's just that some stuff is just very hard to, it's hard to get scratches out of plastic, right? But cleans up real well. We did a thick patch card, you guys, that we learned don't soak thick patch cards because they don't hold up real well. But I'm happy to do it for you, and I appreciate the requests. It's fun to test out stuff like that. So now what I want to do right here is same exact technique, you guys. We're going to try to get this dent out of the bottom. So just put a little hot breath under there and hold it. Oh, Mark, that's a good question. You know what? I'll show you something. I got like one of my original card tools that I've had for ages in here. I'll show it to you guys. So this is like the normal ones that, come in the card care kit because I like the tubing on them. I like to have like this. I'm happy with everything that I'm putting together, but I don't go through them. They last forever, but this, you guys, is like I had this one for years and years and years. So I'm just sentimental that way. So like this one I've had for a long time, but see, never wears out. Just, sometimes you just got to use a Q-tip to clean out your tubing and stuff like that because you want to always be able to see through it. It's key to be able to see through it because I'm like looking through it because I want to see the card. So just keep it clean on the inside and you're good. And it's a good question. Somebody has said that, I wonder if you soaked it a little bit in a different way for the patch card, would it have gone south so fast? Maybe not. We can always try again. I got that card because I bought that card at a card show in the dollar bin because it was beat up and I thought it would be a good test for you guys, for us to do together. That is literally the vintage card tool. You're right on that. So don't go anywhere, you guys. We'll wrap it up in a minute. I know you guys got probably stuff that you got to get ready for, wake up earlier, all that stuff. But we got one little dent on the back of this. I want to show you that. Then you guys, we can wrap it up. All worked out. So you guys dig through, if you guys got some time off this weekend, you got your old basketball cards from growing up, sit with, just seriously, just get these two things out and a penny sleeve and a little hard surface. And you can literally do what we just did. And like, I'm sitting here yakking with you guys and reading comments and getting through it. You can just sit here and watch football and do those things. But it's cool. Looks good, right? Easy to do. Now, there's one more dent on the back. If you guys, if it's cool with you, hang out with me for a couple more minutes. Let's just fix that because it's going to be a different technique. Oh, you guys, you're welcome. I'm happy to teach everybody this. Like, this is something that I've always loved doing. And now that we get a community of people that like to work on cards together, like I learned so much from you guys, man. It's a great combination, or it's a great team. You know what I mean? I'm reading my messages to you guys. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, Dan's one of my buddies on here, and Dan wrote, crazy, how 90s now PSA 9 sells for the same or less than raw. I know, man. Grading's a unique thing. It's kind of, they painted themselves into a corner, man, where it's just like, it's like 10s are, when it comes to modern era stuff, at least, it's like 10 or nothing, so it's kind of, it creates that big divide. I've always liked cards better than the grades. I like graded cards, but what I like to do with graded cards is sometimes I like that they make them authentic. I like knowing that it's the real deal. You guys want to see a card I got? I want to show it to you. So I bought this at an auction, okay? And so I bought this at an auction, but I want to show you why. So it's a 7, and check this out. Look at that. I saw that on the picture. And then it's got a little bit on there too. Doesn't that look like a good 7? So I just picked that up on auction. But look at the back. So like, here's the stuff I'll look at, like, I think that's just my warm hand made a spot on it. Corners are pretty darn good. But I think that just somebody didn't bother wiping off some dirt off of it. And sometimes you look at that, like, you guys look at this and go, what the hell? Like, why wouldn't somebody wipe that off? I don't know. You know what I mean? Sometimes maybe just, they just don't know. Or I could find out that it's permanent and doesn't do a damn thing. But that's like little things I look for when I buy cards. Like, I'm sure I could look for this in our 9 and a 10 and be like, oh man, look at this 9 or 10 I got. I like getting stuff like this because it's fun. It gives me something to, puts the sport in it for me. It puts the sport in my sports cards. But let me just do this one with you guys, and then I'm going to wish you a happy Thanksgiving again, and we'll call it a night. But look at, there's a, can you guys see this dent? This is important because this is something that you got to know how to do. Okay. I am sorry that I'm fumbling around here for like this. Okay, that's what I'm trying to show you. That. All right, that's what I'm looking at. So now you guys, straw is not going to do the thing here. So here's what we're going to do. When you have a dent like that on a paper card, what we're going to do is use a little bit. Yeah, you're right, Dan. I mean, that's kind of like how that was what I did for years. You know, there's so many times that I would just, throughout my whole life, where I always knew how to do this type of stuff, where I'd buy cards that were dirty or beat up, clean them up, because I know people love the way the nice ones look better than the dirty ones, and I would always enjoy doing it and usually improve them so much that you could just definitely, get a higher value out of them. So here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm just going to put a little bit. So there's a couple things you could do. You could make a little card sandwich out of this and hold it all night if you wanted. But seriously, something this small, this little, check this out. We're just going to do a little bit of card spray on a detail swab. And I want to show this to you guys like right in front of you. Let me see, get a good view. I want you guys to be able to see this. Okay, I'm holding this. This is fun. Oh boy, it's so awkward to hold it. I gotta find it. I gotta be able to put it down. I'm such a perfectionist that I hate this camera lens or this camera view. All right, screw it. I'm just gonna put. Here's what I want you guys to see. The most important is the technique. All right. Now I swear I'm losing this dent. It's right there. So I just want to put a little, okay, I see it good now. See, I'm just rolling that little bit of moisture over it. So check this out. Can you see this a little bit wet? I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll use my straw. Just dry it off real quick. If you guys can go maneuver in real quick like that with this little bit of card spray, you can get those things to go away that quick. All right, so it's still there a little bit, but I was having a hard time seeing it. I couldn't get a shadow in there. All you need to do for stuff like this, you guys, just a little bit of card spray. Just tap the... Okay, now I'm going. That's good. That's what I wanted. I didn't have enough moisture on the card. I couldn't do anything with it. So that's it. I'll just put a little light spray there. Oh, it looks like I left a little dirt behind. Like that. And it will just dry literally in like 2 seconds. And the dent will be gone. Isn't that cool? Easy too. So we did all the edges, the corner, all that stuff real quick. And there you go. So you can use what we just did on this card, you guys, on anything that's like all pay, like same rules for this Mario Lemieux card. Same exact thing. If you find any like dings or dents around the corners, but I'll crack this one open and do this one with you guys too, because I would love to see if I can get that stain off the side. That'd be awesome. All right, so let's review. And what's up, you guys? Happy Thanksgiving. So tonight was cool. I never tried soaking a patch card before, and we did it tonight. And that one went south quick. So not a good move, but I was, I get asked about it a lot. And even though I predicted it wasn't going to work out well, I never know until I try. So thank you guys for watching it. And, also we, I know we didn't get a ton through the pile, but I got them here. They ain't going nowhere, you guys. We'll keep on doing these. We got Pokemon, basketball, football. I mean, just all the stuff, you know. So we'll save those for another one. But here's what I want to do. I want to thank you, and I want to sincerely thank you guys for just being a part of my life and being a part of, you know, just this whole experience. And I just sincerely mean it. I know I talk to many of you daily on the, you know, Instagram or through the social channels or email, but I just sincerely happy Thanksgiving. And, you know, I appreciate all of you big time. And thanks for taking the time each and every Wednesday night, watching this live or recorded, and just being a part of the community and pushing me, because, you know, I need that too. You know, it's like, I always try to give you guys my best and always be inspired and, you know, all that stuff. But, you know, it's like, I just really appreciate our relationship, and I won't keep on, you know, just pushing it too hard, but just, you guys rock. And thank you just for your loyalty and your support to our customer, you know, to our company. And we just appreciate you. My family appreciates you guys so much. So thank you. And I'm going to still do an update tomorrow. I'll do some before and after pictures with the David Robinson, because even though that's small, it's cool as hell. That's so key to know how to do those corners and edges. Sometimes people are like afraid of this thing. They're like, I don't know, I'm not good with corners and edges. I'm like, use this. And then Robert's Forge, the drying device, is badass. So like we'll do more stuff with that. But don't soak your modern thick patch cards until further notice or ever. You know, stick with your vintage prisms and stuff like that. You can get away with it too. But thank you guys for everything, and happy Thanksgiving. And as always, man, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So take care of yourself and somebody else. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.